Aloha. This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best trailer reactions on the entire island of Oahu. And, not that you can tell from my silly apartment. I could be in Oklahoma for all you know. But please trust me, I am here in Hawaii. It's pretty nice weather today. A little warm for my taste, but could use a little bit more trade winds. But I digress. Yesterday, everybody is talking about currently today, Thor Love and Thunder. The trailer, the official trailer from Marvel, came out yesterday. People are talking about it today. I've tiptoed around the tulips to avoid all the discussions about it, so I could go ahead and give you my first reaction here to Thor Love and Thunder. First off, let me say that I did not like the very first Thor movie. It's tolerable, but I thought it was a little long and drawn out. Yes, and I understand that they had to bring him into the real world, Thor, and set up that whole Jane Foster relationship, which I thought was pretty trivial. Natalie Portman is a good actress, but I wasn't feeling her in the movie. I am in the minority because I enjoyed Thor the Dark World, Thor 2, much better than the first one. I thought it had a lot more action. The stakes were higher. We saw Asgard. Natalie Portman had a little bit of power thanks to, what was it? I guess it was the Soul Stone she had? Was it the Soul Stone? Wasn't the Mind Stone? I don't know, the red one, I guess. The one that they had to go into, you saw in Endgame where they had to return back in time and steal the stone from her in that moment of time when she was in Asgard during Thor the Dark World. Let me just say that I loved Thor Ragnarok. So 2 and 3 of Thor were great for me. I didn't care for the first one. I'm looking forward to this one, again with Taika Waititi. I'm sure he's going to knock it out of the park again. We'll get Korg back, which was awesome. But I was disappointed to hear that they were bringing back Natalie Portman because of such the stink that she made on Thor 2 The Dark World, actually giving a lot of problems during the production, from everything that I had read and interviews that I had seen. She wanted a particular director, and when she didn't get it, she kind of, drug her heels in the role, essentially. And, the movie, unfortunately, despite how good Thor the Dark World was, you could kind of feel it between, Jane Foster and Thor. And that's why, other than a mere mention, I didn't care that she wasn't in Thor Ragnarok. But now that she's going to have like front and center billing in this movie, Thor Love and Thunder, I can't believe Marvel went ahead and rehired her to come back and play Jane. And yes, it's a strong storyline from the comics, apparently. I had never really followed the Thor comic all that much because it was a little out there, and then the language, being kind of the old Englishy kind of language was always a little problematic for me. And I guess a lot of people, even in the Thor movies, didn't like that. Whereas in Thor Ragnarok, where he spoke much more colloquial English, Thor really took off. And we'll probably do this again. Remember, this leaves him at the end of Endgame. He takes off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Asgardians of the Galaxy, maybe. And, him and Star-Lord and the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy will travel the universe for fun and adventure, apparently. Meanwhile, some kind of threat takes place where maybe Earth needs a Thor, and thus the hammer reforms. And, Natalie Portman's character, Jane Foster, gets the hammer and becomes the mighty Thor. There's only one Thor, that's Chris Hemsworth, but remember Odin's, in the movies, Odin's pledge on that whoever is deemed worthy and can hold the hammer will gain the powers of Thor. And so she becomes Thor, or at least gains the powers of Thor, and, becomes the mighty Thor, I guess is going to be her name. Why not, the mighty Jane or something? Who knows? I'm sure maybe with Taika Waititi they'll mention something like that, or, why didn't you change your name? Why do you want to be named Thor? Coffee, as always. All right, so here we go. We're going to watch the official trailer. Here's my official reaction. First time I've seen it. Okay, we'll go ahead and start at 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it's loading. Ooh, okay, they're on a tree.
Kids, get the popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking.
Oh, okay. Korg's telling
He was
the
no ordinary man.
legends of Thor.
He was a god.
He was a god.
After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey.
Looks
He got
very
in shape.
80s. Okay, we get more of
He
the
went from
montage.
dead
He's
bod
working out. He's going to get
to god
more in
bod.
shape, Thor. No more longer
And
fat
after
Thor.
all that, he reclaimed his title
Oh,
as the one and only Thor.
nope. Jane Foster's there as Thor.
Jane?
Okay, they first meet. He's very surprised. They're back on Earth for some reason, apparently. Okay, I'm loving the music.
What's it been like? 3,
The
4
old
years?
rock.
8 years.
8
7
years.
months and 6 days.
He
We'll take it.
remembers exactly.
Am I,
See, so
Virgin
she's
Jane?
totally over it. Okay, Valkyrie. She was great.
right.
She's a great addition. She's the queen of
Only
Asgard
ones
on
who
Earth
gods
now.
care about
Okay, this is
is themselves.
Gore the God Butcher, played
This
by
is my vow.
that Batman
All
guy.
gods will die.
Oh, okay, you can see his face kind of through the makeup there. And he's in a quest to kill all the
I
gods.
was going to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
Okay,
He's just my first bad guy.
okay.
You never forget your first.
So he's got some, I guess in the comics he gets some powerful sword that can kill gods. Why he wants to kill the gods? Oh, Valkyrie goes up against him.
That kill. Because that's something worth fighting for.
Okay, that's our first shot of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy doing something. And so him and Stormbringer have to take him on. He's still very confident.
Let's see who you are and take off your disguise. And flick.
A naked Thor.
You flick too hard, damn it!
It flicked too hard.
Should we help him? Eventually. Great.
Okay. Very funny, this trailer. Not sure how it's going to go overall with all of this. What can I say? Thor, Gore the God Butcher looked okay. We still didn't get any measure of his power. I hear in the comic books he looks a lot different, maybe more animalistic, I guess, more of a snout kind of look on his character. But right now, honestly, he doesn't look all that. I mean, we saw him, he strikes this asteroid or something with this sword, so he probably has the power to destroy planets with this sword, more than likely. Maybe that's when he first gets his sword and he's testing it out. Maybe. Honestly, he looks a lot like that character from Star Trek Beyond. That last Star Trek movie with Chris Pine, that one alien who was also black and white, kind of. That's what he looked like to me, essentially. I don't know a lot of his history, so I don't know why he wants vengeance on the gods. It could be that he's the last of his kind and he blames the gods for his people's demise, perhaps. I'm just guessing. I don't know, Jane looked well, I guess. A little bit of funny banter. She seems completely over Thor, of course. A little bit of a disappointment, as Thor is still obviously holding a torch in his heart for her, despite having said he's over it. You know, I guess workout-wise, she looks fine enough, powerful enough to hold the hammer. In the comics, Jane Foster is dying of cancer for some, reason. And basically she's got stage 4 cancer. There's nothing that can save her. And somehow she gets her hands on the hammer, which finds her worthy, and she becomes Thor. Unfortunately, I think the hammer doesn't cure her. But while she is imbued with the powers of Thor, she is not disadvantaged by her illness. Pretty much she's all healed while she holds the hammer. But the moment she reverts back is she's, once again sickened. Will they do something like this in the show? I don't think so. It didn't appear, there was no sign on Natalie Portman's face from these little clips that, she was under some type of strain or of illness or anything. And she definitely seems more Jane Fosterish than maybe in the comics. She's kind of more Asgardian knowledge, imbued with that knowledge just from the magic of the hammer itself. So here she definitely seems just like her normal Jane Fosterishness with the powers of Thor. And which of all will be revealed in the show, more than likely. 2 hours is the runtime. This is going to start in July. I'd like to say I'm looking forward to this. I like Chris Hemsworth's Thor. I like Taika Waititi. Not crazy about Natalie Portman. Yeah, she's easy on the eyes. But again, just from that bad blood from Thor: The Dark World, she's really going to have to work hard to knock my socks off and get me rooting for her. That's me personally. Other people seem to already love her in the role. But, right now I'm a little hesitant to see her play the mighty Thor against, beside Chris Hemsworth. All right. So I'm not sure what this is going to mean for the future of the MCU. I don't know. There's nothing from the trailer. You didn't even get that much of the Guardians of the Galaxy in it. I hear there maybe in the film, maybe 10 minutes. So we'll just have to wait and see. So a little bit of a confusing reaction there to this trailer. Definitely going to need more, but I don't want any more until I see the movie because I want to stay surprised. All right. As you saw, Russell Crowe plays Zeus. They go to Olympus, so you get introduced to the Greek gods, since we've had the Norse gods. Somebody was saying that there was a picture floating around of Valkyrie and the mighty Thor, Jane Foster's Thor, that showed a picture of an Egyptian god, a statue of an Egyptian god. So maybe we'll get introduced to a little bit more Moon Knight Egyptian gods in here, or at least perhaps a reference to the TV show. Don't know. I doubt it. Other than maybe these gods are just, all the gods will meet on Olympus. Looks like a big party, and then maybe Gore the God Butcher will crash the party and start killing off gods. That's what it looks like to me. And probably Russell Crowe's Zeus will get killed, and that will prompt everyone to take Gorth seriously. you know, just speculation. All right. Thank you so much. This was my Trinidad the Island Man's trailer reaction to Thor Love and Thunder. All right. Mahalo and aloha.